Welcome to this video about the tail rotor setup with V-Bar. Please power on the transmitter, connect the V-Bar with the PC, start the PC software and turn on the helicopter. First unmount the tail servo horn, then go into the setup mode of the PC software. Of course we need the tail tab, and this tab the tail servo will be as in its center position if we don't do any stick movements on the transmitter. Now mount the tail servo horn as best as possible in the right angle. If the right angle could not be achieved, please do as best as possible. There is a small trick how to achieve the right angle in the tail servo neutral position later. Please disconnect the flight or RC battery, so the tail servo will be without any force. Now turn the tail servo into its center position by hand and mount the tail rod. Using this method, the helicopter will be without RC power until we have finished lengthening the rod from the tail servo to the tail lever arm. The goal will be to achieve about 2 or 3 degrees against the torque. The tail lever here beneath the aluminium part. And the tail servo horn should be in a right angle, of course. Now we have to lengthen the rod until all these points are achieved. In our example, the rod is too long, we have to shorten it a few turns. In our example, we didn't have the 2 or 3 degrees against the torque, and we also did not have the tail lever beneath the aluminium part. We just have to shorten the rod a bit. Please check the tail servo arm to be in the right angle during this procedure. So with this few turns on the linkage, we reached our goal with the perfect tail rotor neutral setup. Now it's time to power up the helicopter again, and of course we have to go into the setup mode with the PC software at the tail section. As next we have to check the tail throws using the transmitter but still being in PC software setup mode tail. Please check the tail direction before and reverse if needed. Setting up the throws, please do full stick deflection to both sides and use the slider to adjust the throw on the tail. Some helicopters will allow more throw than possible without having stall effects, so please adjust aerodynamical useful throws to avoid some stall effects. On our Logo 500 we have to keep a little bit distance between the brass slider and the bearing otherwise we may get stall effects. Now the basic tail setup is perfectly done. The fine adjustments like servo center will be done with the trim flight.